And I am live. Hi, guys. How are you guys doing today? I wanted to finish up talking about what I was talking about earlier, and that was my son being sick and him being lactose intolerant, and me trying to figure out what to do. And oh my, oh boo. Right. Anyways, so I was telling you how you've been in the hospital for eating M&Ms, and so that happened, and so it's been hard to work. I've tried doing daycare here at my house, but we're gonna go ahead and take it on back now. And I told you we moved here in March. Well, prior to living here in March, we lived in a small little town called Pittsburg, Kansas. And Pittsburg, Kansas was it was a town. That was all. That's one way to put it. It was a town. Um, in this town, I grew up pretty much from 6 to I'm 30 now, so 6 to 29. And this town, I've seen many great things happen. I have struggled. I've been at my worst. I've been at my best in this town. Um, Now, I'm going to take it back to about 3 years ago, and what has landed me and my family to making a YouTube channel and blogging about it, and uh, just what's led up to where I'm at now. So we're going to go 3 years back from now. So here we go. Here is my story and why I'm here today, if that makes any sense, because I just went around in circles. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. Approximately about 3.5 years ago, I was doing well. I thought my family was okay, and then it came to a crashing halt whenever um, police got involved. My children got took away from me. One went to state, the other one was living with grandma and aunt. And so here's my story. So I was a I was a housewife. I took care of the kids while my husband worked. He worked over the road, and me and my husband had came to a kind of an agreement. I knew what he was doing, and this is kind of hard to talk about because this is live, okay? Anyways, this is surreal, but I knew what he was doing. He was selling drugs, okay? He was selling drugs, and he was working over the road, and we came to the decision, if we'd ever got in trouble, that he would take full blame of what was going on in the situation, and that I would fight for the kids. Here we are. We got busted. My house got raided. My children got took, as I said, and we were left homeless, um, mixed in with the homelessness and the drug use. My husband got violent. He got very physical, sexual, verbal, and not going to lie, by the end of it, I got very verbal as well because I had nothing else to fight with, I felt like. So here we are. We've lost our children. We lost our home. He's lost his job. I lost myself. And we're living in a tent, and the tent gets took because he owes money to Dope Man. And it's the tent I bought, not him. It was my last $5. Sounds crazy, right? And so one day in June of 2015, my experience of going from tents to random houses to stay because he knew the person just for the night had came to a halt because the night prior was horrible. My husband got so physically abusive, he went down to rape. He raped me multiple times that night. I told him I wanted to die. Anyways, the police got involved. He went to jail, and a lady named Anastasia actually took me into her home. Anastasia had 2 kids, and I was put into the situation of pretty much being a live-in nanny for these 2 boys. Anastasia was a single parent, just like I am now, and needed help. And I understand, why she needed help. It's very hard. to raise a family or to do anything, I guess, pretty much on your own. It's hard. You need help no matter what you're doing. Anyway, so I continued to live in Anastasia's house and watch her children and continued to fight for my own children. My husband was then in and out of jail, rehabs. And so, anyways, as he's hopping in and out of different institutions and incarcerations, I'm still helping this lady with her children and fighting for my own. I had to do 3 UAs a week. I got told if I talked to my husband that they would cut off visitations with my daughter. It was awful. I mean, they're right. I had to get a PFA on my husband. I had to. I mean, it's hard when you love somebody, but that person just isn't there anymore. No matter how much abuse was put upon me, I still continued to fight for him because I knew what he could be and who he once was, and that this wasn't him. So finally I started getting some visitations with my daughter a little bit more than, a couple hours a week. But then all of a sudden, the people that were watching my daughter, which were actually my parents, but not my actual parents, I was adopted, but my parents, they moved 6 hours away. So that crushed me, knowing that my baby was 6 hours away. My son was still within Pittsburgh. He was staying at grandma's and aunt's. We're going to go and switch it up now to my son to catch up to where my daughter's at in speed. She's in state care now. And anyways, my son is living with grandma and aunts, and his dad is mentally fading. He's been diagnosed with schizophrenia and hasn't always been schizophrenic, just kind of like my son hasn't always been lactose intolerant. These things have just all happened to pop up within these last several years. Anyways, so he's going through those ups and downs of his dad's mental stature and staying with grandma and aunt while I'm fighting for both of them, and he's not understanding what's going on, and he shouldn't have to. Neither is my daughter. She shouldn't have to understand what's going on either. So I'm fighting for both my children, and I finally I'm able to regain housing. There's a rapid housing program within my community that took me on board and helped me get a roof over my head on my own and helped me build up from there. I was able to hold that down. I moved to a smaller place after my children finally got reunited home after a long year and a half of fighting, and my daughter having to go 6 hours away, and my son watching his dad slip and his mental stature just further down. But anyways, I don't know really what I'm trying to go or where I'm trying to go with all this, besides there is an end. There's so much I want to talk to you all about, and there's so much I want to say. I'm getting it all mixed up within my head because I don't think there's ever going to be enough time to actually really explain my story because there's so much, it feels like. Anyways, so I'm getting both of my kids back in my home after doing multiple steps through KVC. So many UAs I can't even fathom how many UAs I actually did with KVC. But anyways, I finally got awarded full custody of my daughter. I just recently got sole custody of my son. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here because I'm trying to gather my thoughts because there's so much I want to talk to you all about, and I've never done this before, and I'm so unorganized. I probably should just chill out for a second and figure out how I want to actually present this to you guys. But that's just like a little bit of a glimpse of what I was wanting to talk to you guys about and why I need help, and I need just help financially. I need help with some knowledge. I need some help with just simply a friend, actually, because being a single parent, you don't get to do much. And anyways, please subscribe. I'm going to start doing this a lot more often, and I will be back soon after I finish gathering all my thoughts. Thank you.